right, let's do this.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome again to the Entrepreneur Power Hour. Tonight we've got Francis Richardson, Carly, Sharon Cortizano, Bill Maybauer, Kareem, and myself. And tonight we're going to be discussing word equals deed, the value and importance of teamwork, and what happens when a member of your team decides to forego their responsibilities. So I want to hear from Francis first tonight about her experiences with various teams that she's worked with and what's happened to the rest of the team when someone decided not to commit to their responsibilities. You got to unmute, Francis.
Fran.
Okay, I'm here.
We hear you.
Chris, it's kind of put a damper on a lot of projects that it starts out and everybody's on board and everybody wants to reap the benefits of the campaign of what we're doing. But as people lose interest or their attention span seems to dwindle and they find that they're letting other things take that time slot out of their day, it kind of gets contagious. And I think you need to make a constant effort when you're a part of anything that, just like the Power Hour, everybody that is on the Power Hour, and we have the gang kind of change faces every week, that if you don't have the motivation to be there, then you just attend and draw from somebody else's motivation. That you don't always have to be the contributing factor, but if you drop off and you start out with a group, you need to be committed to stick with it, or it's going to stagnate, just like anything else that you do.
Does anybody else agree with that sentiment? What about you, Carly? How much experience have you had working with teams in your entrepreneurial career, and what were some of the things you were facing when building a team?
I agree with Francis. I find that when people they say they want to join, or they're there for a little while, and I think I found myself doing the same thing, and then once you actually get into the nitty-gritty of it, you find that doesn't really fit you, although you don't want to let down your team because you've made a decision. But sometimes what you think it is totally different to what has been explained to you. So sometimes, although you're letting down the team, you need to do what is right for you, which is, if it hasn't been explained to you properly, are you really letting down the team?
Yeah. What about you, Sharon? What are some experiences you've had? You've been in network marketing for quite a few years, and I'm sure you've been in many different programs. And what were some of the experiences you had of people who didn't seem committed to building a dream with you? What were some of the nuances and the different variables you faced through doing that?
With me, it's very, very complicated as far as getting a team started. And as a matter of fact, I experience it now more than ever before. When I first started network marketing, it was the hardest thing in the world. I wanted to quit so bad, but I stuck on for 3 years now. But point being, I had a situation where I had a team member really, really blow it up to the point of had, my biggest part of my downline, because everybody was a tire kicker. Like, nobody wanted to do anything except for this one person I brought in. But it turns out this person betrayed me. That's another story. But but it was just like, man, people are fickle. What that means is it's just like, you come in one day and then the next day, the next meeting, nobody wants to show up. Like, what's up with that?
I've always found that if I know I'm committed and if I know I'm going to do something, even if no one shows up, even if it's one person, like I said, I'll pull out the sock puppets. But that's not really how we build something together. As a team, we all need to be consistent. If we have a dream, I shouldn't have to be held accountable to come to something or to get on the call or to go to class or to do whatever I need to do to move the team forward. Like in my instance, if someone says, Kareem, we need your help with videos, I need to go out there and be learning video software and try and come up with the most creative, best videos possible on time and show up to meetings and do stuff when I need to do it and when they're asking me to show up. And it's really just doing that small commitment that makes a huge difference. As Jim Rohn said, what's easy to do is also easy not to do.
Right.
And then when I'm sitting around going, I'm going to go play video games, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to goof off a whole bunch, what am I actually doing? Am I actually committed or am I just wasting time?
Yep, I agree because, the whole point of teamwork is trust. And when you got people, let's say, paying for a course that they're taking online, and you sign a contract with the program teacher, director, whatever, and then that teacher is also signed a contract with the CEO of the program, and then people are not paying their fees, well, the rest of the team has to carry all that weight. And that's what Marcia was supposed to be here to talk about tonight, was what happened with Team Seekers was we were doing classes for the last year, and there were 4 students. One completely quit the course. The other 3 weren't paying her on time. One of the students still is not paying her on time. So, and what happens is that Marcia had to come to me and to Kareem and to some other people to ask for some extra money to keep the class going, and thank God people contributed. I'm thanking the universe that people were determined to keep the class going, or we never would have had a class. So what we're trying to emphasize tonight is if you say you're going to commit to something, stick to it. Especially when you're in a team and you're working with other people and you've earned their trust, it's very vital that you stick to what you say you're going to do. Now, Kareem and I have an agreement. He helped me pay for the course throughout the entire year, and I'm giving him his money back. That's a bond that we have. That's trust, and I have been paying him. And if I didn't honor my word and I didn't pay him back, well, he'd be very reluctant to keep being my business partner and my best friend. So that's a perfect example of a team working together right there. And once that trust has been violated, then here's the thing about network marketing. When you have a team, you're not seen as individuals. You're seen as an entire team presence online. And when 1 or 2 people, do something, it reflects badly on the rest of your reputation as a team. I experienced that firsthand with another company that I was in. So, and Kareem did too. I mean, we've known each other for almost 5 years now, and that's how we got started. We were doing something completely different than this, and we watched people fall through the cracks all the time, and then we made less money and less money and less money to the point where we had to quit the company. So I think it's very vital that you know who you're working with. You know what kind of person they are and how determined they are to become successful as a team, because without that, you don't have a team. I'm interested to hear from Bill and Leon and anyone else that would like to chime in.
I'll jump in here, Chris, and first off, I want to say thank you to the ladies that joined us tonight.
Yes.
And quite often, ladies, I get left there in the chat with too much testosterone.
Testosterone.
That one. I couldn't say it.
That was close.
Yes. I couldn't get, I had overbearing, that word you just said. I can't say tinfoil either.
But you'll correct me. You'll be like, Chris and I. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I can pronounce that.
Yeah, okay.
It's just certain words are tongue tires.
That's fine, dear.
Like rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Oh, yeah.
Not fast.
That's why I have a team, so we can pronounce it for you.
Thank you. Yes, well, Chris came to my aid there. But, I agree wholeheartedly, Chris, that if you're going to join a venture, whatever it might be, you've got to be committed. I don't care if it's a personal weight loss project or I'm getting a lot of flack about my smoking, not because I smoke, but just because I have people that care about me and want me to be healthy. And we won't mention any names, Chris.
You just did mention my name.
Oh, did I do that?
Hey, friend, the team has a question. When are you quitting smoking? No.
The day after the Pope has his first set of twins.
We can arrange that through teamwork. Hey, there's nothing saying he can't adopt, right? So.
No.
Oh, you're awesome, friend.
That doesn't count. Only we'll both make medical history. If he has twins and I quit smoking, we'll both go down in the book.
Hey, you know what? The Onion's always around, and hey, I'm pretty good with WordPress. I can make a fake article. Send it to you. She's like, oh man, see, that'd be teamwork. I'd be like, I'll set it up on WordPress, and I will tell people to share it, and Fran will be like, what's this? I saw this downliner.
If I see that, I'll have my suspicions now.
No.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm too busy to do that. Well, what do you think, Leon? Is the team gonna step up and help each other? Like in the case of like Fran, me, and Chris. It's not a secret. Me and Chris were talking about it, but whenever someone needs help, like say
find me somebody that can hypnotize me, and I'll quit cold turkey.
Go see Ravine.
Is it working?
No, it's
Go see Ravine, Francis. Go see Ravine.
You're getting sleepy. Getting sleepy. All right. Anyway, without being weird, someone's just gonna click and be like, "Teamwork? Are they trying to hypnotize people? I need to get out of here."
Yeah.
Gotta spice up the content, though.
So, what do you guys think, Leon and Bill?
Gotta get them to unmute.
Yeah,
Unmute. The teams encourage you unmute.
Yeah, Bill.
Unmute.
We can't hear you, buddy.
It's like at the basketball game instead of defense. Unmute. Unmute.
Bill, we can't hear you. Kareem, you might have to unmute him.
All right.
I'm unmuted.
Oh, there you go, Bill.
Bill.
All right. Well, I didn't have a chance to. Of course, I was at work today,
That's okay, Bill. That's okay, Mark.
I didn't quite get a chance. I started it, and things happened at work, so it didn't get listened to.
You will. It's all good. We know. So, Bill, you've been in marketing a long time, too, trying to build a career online, and I'm sure you've worked with many different people and many different teams. What were some of your experiences when people decided to flake on their responsibilities? I mean, how did that make you feel?
Well,
Uh-oh.
No. Boo.
No.
Boo.
His internet connection went.
The team will get it back. We'll be like,
we are currently experiencing
more stuff.
difficulties. There we go.
Yeah.
Bill, you froze, Bill.
it's okay.
You froze.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, did not hear me? Well, I can hear me now.
A little bit, yeah, that's better. It was.
The team. Hey guys, team, let's start a chant. Connect.
Connect.
Let's start chants throughout the
Building
class
team.
too. They'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, I knocked my camera down.
Jump on in here, Bill. Come back anytime.
And so,
Bill, no.
Damn it.
Come back, Bill.
Bill, come back. The team needs you. The team needs you.
Yeah, we do.
A good example of teamwork, actually, now that I think about it, being in two bands, which, yeah, I do this, two bands and work, so don't do that. But I know that if the drummer doesn't keep the
all I
time,
had to say about it.
Bill, we heard maybe 3 seconds of everything you just said because your internet connection was flaking out on you.
yeah.
Put it in the chat box or something. That's an idea.
Bill, what does Bill say? I'm Bill's representative. I have background noise, so I won't be talking. Okay, that's from Leon Alexander. Where's Billy?
I'm right here.
There.
Oh, Bill.
Take care,
Yeah, yeah.
Bill.
Okay. Well, yeah. Am I online now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you miss part of what I said, or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. I'm not sure where.
You were talking about
Right.
you didn't have time to hear the audio, but that's fine. You know, I'm not like trying to go after an stickler as long as you have it and you're committed to doing it. But I just wanted to hear about like your thoughts about teamwork or doing weird
Well,
chants.
A lot of my teamwork has to do with, building a team and building it, being the leader of the team and trying to do what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, as I said earlier, some of the effort I have to look in the mirror for what I'm doing and what I'm not doing, of building a team. And so beyond that, I don't know where else to take it. But yeah, it's frustrating when people don't do what they're supposed to do. And you just got to look them in the eye and make sure that they're committed to what you want to do, what they want to do, and ask them if that's where they really want to go. Beyond that, I don't know what else to say.
Well, I don't think anything else needs said. The whole looking in the eye part I want to underline, because a lot of people, if you're like casual, like in the past, I was kind of casual. I was casual with people. I'm like, well, maybe if you want to do it, I don't know. Or I had this uncertainty. And one thing I'm finding is people with uncertainty really don't work with teams, and they really don't build teams. It's just kind of a fact without, being a fact. And
Right.
the certain part about that is if you're certain, like, I know I'm going to be on the power hour, come, anything short of like death or aliens invasion, I'm going to be on the power hour. And
Right.
I know that the team, I know you will be, I know people will be on. I know when I need help with something, I can count on like my band members, like I was saying, the drummer, and it's knowing that subconsciously and consciously, those people will show up and do what they need to do without you having to pull the rope or pull the strings and be like, well, you should be on this thing every week. And they're like, what? Oh, well, I didn't know. Well, I was busy. I had to go make an excuse. Now I'm making another excuse to cover up that excuse. That's not the person. The person is, you look them in the eye, they're confident, you're confident, you go off and change the world.
Sure. And that's where I'm going to have to leave it pretty much, because I do have a business briefing tonight that I got to get up to, and so I'm going to have to leave. But I'll listen to the rest of this later on. But thanks very much for everything you're doing here. So
yeah, man, thank you. You're always
Thank you,
here.
Bill.
You're always a valuable
okay.
contributor to our panel, and have yourself a good night, buddy.
Yeah, man,
All right.
there's no
Okay.
show without you. Have a good thing with your business.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one, Bill.
Take care,
Bye.
Bill. We'll see you next week.
Yep, sure will.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Later. See, that's awesome about teamwork, that you can create an environment that people want to come in and they can all contribute or not. Like, and the interesting part is when people see other people jumping in, they want to jump in. And that's what real teamwork and what real leadership is. And from my perspective, it's taking the leap, and then people are like, it's not so scary. I can get on camera. I can speak in public. I can play music in front of people.
Yep.
I can sing in public. Windows won't break.
When I first did my first video, the Earth didn't miss a beat. It didn't change its evolution. It just kept rotating as the same as it did the day before and the day after.
Yep.
And then you did the stuff with Earl Nightingale, and it started turning in another direction. They're like, "Whoa, you're on fire," like Billy Joel said.
It was just awesome. And I have you and Chris and your friendship and belief in me that I could do it that spurred me on to even try.
See, that's what I want to do with this whole thing. It's not just about like, oh, let's bring a bunch of people into a room. It's getting people to, oh, I got out of here and I know what real people are like, and I can jump out of that comfort zone because I have other people just like me on my team and other people that I talk to who are jumping, out. And Leon has to go, so thank you very much, Leon, and you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by, Leon.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Carly's still here, right? We
Yes.
haven't heard from you yet, Carly. Well, we did a little bit, but
She unmuted.
go ahead, Carly.
Carly.
Charlie, come on.
No, I think with everyone was spot on with teamwork. I guess it depends to the situation. And Chris, I know you about what people lean down when they commit to something, and they're supposed to pay and stuff like that. I know a lot of things happen in life as well. And, it's good that people can help and pick up the slack, but it's, it can be quite embarrassing for people to say, hey, look, I can't afford it, or sorry, but this isn't for me. So they try to make excuses instead of, as Bill said, look them in the eye and say, hey, look, what's actually going on? Some people are actually quite embarrassed to say, hey, look, I really don't have the money, being cut down on hours at work, or something's happened, or things do happen, and I think a lot of people are embarrassed to admit that.
I agree.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
With regards to what Carly said, I had a couple situations wherein I'm not going to mention names for the sake of privacy here, but where some of my friends were a little bit embarrassed to join. I forget what program it was at the time, so they just flat out told me no, and I found out later that they couldn't afford it or lost jobs or whatever. Life happens, and it's just sad, but you try to help them out, and when people don't want to be helped, it's their loss.
Yeah, exactly. People see the thing is that I've always looked before I started really understanding teamwork as me if I didn't pick up the slack, but really it's the other person's loss if they don't want to work to their dream, because you'll be standing up on the mountain saying, I got to the top, and they'll be looking down saying I could have been there. And it's all that.
Oh, well, no, you'll be looking at the top saying, I invited you for the journey.
But you decided not to join me.
And I could have been there if I had joined you.
Yeah.
You'd be looking up and they'd be looking down. But you're the one that made it.
That's why I say never say no to a good opportunity. Even if you don't know how to do it, as Richard Branson says, say yes and then learn how to do it later. And to me, that's someone who is a team player and team worker. If I say, I need help with something and you jump in, you don't know what it is, you don't know how to do it, but you get excited and you say, okay, I'm going to learn how to do it anyway. We need better videos, I'll figure out how to do it. We need better logos, look up some logo creators. We need better audios. I'll learn how to edit. I'll play with Audacity. And it's just jumping in and having fun and learning something. And
Well,
other people.
I don't even care if somebody copies something I've done. You know, for somebody to copy what you've done, I don't think there's any higher compliment that you could pay to somebody other than wanting to duplicate them, there's no higher compliment. If I use one of your videos as a forefront to a video I'm trying to do on the Power Hour, or pay me what I'm worth. If I employ your video in my presentation, that's a compliment to you. You do an outstanding job. And if somebody says to me, "Oh, I love your logo. It's just so colorful, and it just has so much energy in it," I say, "Well, you can have one like it. Go to Kareem."
And that's good teamwork. Even, see, I'll pick up with the things I can do and the things I can't do. Like maybe I can build something cool, but I need marketing help. And then I'll ask maybe like Fran or like Jay, and that they're really good with marketing. They can get the website out to millions of people, and I'm not as good as that. So it's really just part of the Power Hour is just finding people that help you where, you know, your weaknesses are, and you help them with their strengths. Yeah, it's different people.
It's going to come back, because if you help somebody else get what they want, you're going to get what you want. And the more people you help get what they want,
the more people would like to help you out.
Exactly. Just like Zig Ziglar said. I love that saying. He's like, you can have everything you want in life if you just help enough other people get what they want. And that's what I'm interested in doing. I'm interested in helping people, even with different companies and stuff, you know, just seeing what their idea is, trying to get, because I'm excited, because you never know whose idea or whatever idea, like if you were working with Sam Walton or Mark Zuckerberg right now or Bill Gates, whose idea might blossom, and then you'll look back and say, wow, you know, that guy I met at the department store, and that guy I met in the dorm room, or randomly with this crazy idea happens to be now like changing the world. Even that homeless bum on the street. It comes down to having a vision and working with someone as a team. What me and Chris do.
Yeah, and when I met you and Chris, and I saw, okay, this isn't just a thought that happened to occur at the same time between you two, but you were obviously, at the time we met, on a venture, on your own venture, with your own time. And I thought, this is addictive. You know, I can be a part of this because I saw the drive you two had, and I wanted to become a part of it.
Yeah. I mean, passion's contagious, especially like if a good leader is giving a speech, or if I'm at a live event, you know, I was talking to people about this startup grind idea. If I'm at a live event or a Toastmasters event, and they see like you're really into it, they get into it. Imagine that. Like the most basic rule I think I could drive home tonight is if you're passionate, if you're into it, if you have a
if you have a energy behind you in the way you present an opportunity, whether it's a Power Hour or whether it's pay me what I'm worth, if you have the energy in the people that you're dealing with, like Carly and like Sharon are here tonight, and I applaud Sharon, welcoming people that come in on the chat and invite them back the next week, even though we see them more often than not. It builds an excitement about that time slot that you're going to be here next week, and you're going to see the people that see they're really welcome when they're here that week. They're acknowledged by other people in the chat. They'll come back, and they'll find a family that it's just a time slot in my week that I could do this every night at 7:30 and just make it an appointment.
I could too, actually. The funny thing is, for the power hour, it's not like an obligatory thing. It's not like someone pulling me down and saying, you have to go. I'm doing it because I want to do it. And that's what's going to make all the difference in the world, is when your team needs help, you're going to stand up and you're going to say, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to help because I have the same goal in mind. It's not about pulling somebody else's leg and saying it's your fault. It's about finding solutions and ways to work. And even if you have to compromise sometimes, that's life.
Well,
Yep, you gotta make it work somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. Chris and I were talking last week, a couple days, and I had some reservations over a commitment that I said, I'd love to do this. I'm going to do it myself, but I don't know how committed I can be. And I rethought, this is something you want to see take off. You want to see it go. And I'm ready to just bend my own obstacles that I put up in front of me. I'm a firm believer that where there's a will, there's a way. Where it's coming from, I have my own declarations that if it's something I need and something that's in my Lord's will, then it will materialize. It's been proven to me over and over and over. So I can make the commitment for what we were talking about and have no reservations.
That's good, because you got to remember what people are going to get out of this course, Francis. I mean, I'm probably never going to join another MLM again. I don't want to sell products. I don't want to have to try and sell people something every month. What I want to do is teach personal development, because that's something people retain for the rest of their life.
And I think that's something that you and Kareem will do very effectively.
Thank you. Because when Kareem and I had to sell health products, it was like we had to bug people every month. Well, are you going to order more? Would you like more? Did it do well for you? We had to give out free samples, and we had to pay for all that. Nobody was paying for that for us. It all came out of our own pocket. So it was like we would break even, and we're like, we're not making any money, and it's so frustrating because MLMs don't pay you. They pay you like 10%.
This is a venture that you're not going to break just even on.
No, exactly. And we're giving real value to people. Something that they can take, something they can use, and something that they can advance themselves in for the rest of their life. They can become certified teachers for this, and we've done our job. They can become certified instructors and make all the money they invest as students back, and keep it going. Get their students to become certified, and it's a big circle of income for everybody. I've never seen a business model like that in my life. So it's perfect for us. It's completely perfect for us. And for the 25 souls who want to take that journey with us, they're going to get so much value out of it. So.
Well, if you're planning on maybe taking a hiatus.
Oh, not at all. No.
Then put it on the back burner and take it next spring. But invest in yourself and take the class, pay me what I'm worth, because you're investing in yourself, and it literally is a journey.
Yeah, well, people, in my opinion, if someone really wants to be part of a team, they need to contribute to the team. And the best way they can contribute to the team is pay for the transformation they want to undergo. And if they're not ready to put some skin in the game, they're not ready to play, they're not really a team player. Like, if I made, product or software and then I was giving it for free. Well, no, I should be, paid for my time. If someone needs help with a website, they should be paid.
Oh, you just jogged my memory.
Ha! Yay!
Yay!
You helped Francis with her memory.
Teamwork. Bring
Yep.
back your memory. But yeah, it's as simple as that. If you're going to be part of a team, you got to put some skin in the game. You got to have a stake in that success or failure too.
Yes, well,
You gotta have a piece of it. You gotta have a piece of what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like the T-shirts and the bobbleheads and the things that you have in your toolbox here that you're working on.
Francis, we have a store now. Have you seen it yet?
No, but Sharon and I would love to see it because we both want T-shirts.
All right.
Cool.
So.
We're gonna sell some T-shirts. We got to put April 18th on them, though.
No.
So,
I knew Francis would laugh at that. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny.
Bad influence.
I know your sense of humor. I need.
Do all y'all know Shopify?
Yeah, I know.
Give us a
I
link.
love it.
My friend Doug, and I think you guys know him. I know Fran knows him different.
Yeah, we met
My friend Doug was doing some stuff on Shopify. Yeah, Doug pops in. He's a cool dude. And he was showing me some stuff on Shopify. And I said, man, that's pretty cool, but I don't know about drop shipping and doing all that. He's like, it's not really that hard. And you can set up a store.
No, it's not.
And I said, well, okay, what do I need? And he just said, like, some images and some design ideas. So I said, okay.
Share your screen. Oh, you are. Okay.
So this is what it looks like when you come in. It looks a little, you can pull it up on your tablet or your cell phone.
Oh, I like the mug too.
Yeah.
So we have a beer stein. I'm going to put all these cell phone cases into one. We have a cutting board so you can cut your veggies after the show. We have a men's T-shirt. We have, a travel bag if you want to travel. We have a yoga mat. We have a special edition cup. I just thought this was a cool cup.
That one's really cool.
We have stickers so you can
stick dog bowl.
A dog bowl.
We need to make one for my cats, Kareem. We need a cat bowl.
Have them eat out of the dog bowl.
Oh, okay.
Power Hour hoodie. And
what about a mouse cover?
There's a mouse pad right there, Francis.
So, that's just starting. That's just starting. There's posts. There's some of our Instagram and some of our tweets are here. Then, obviously, Shop has them a little bit bigger. So, you click on one. You can add it to cart. And you can share it out.
I like that.
Is that a mug?
It's for beer. That's a beer stein. I'm getting that.
Let me finish the cell phone cases and put them all into one.
You need to make one for my phone, Kareem, next to 6P.
Yeah, I think it has it on there. I think we could. We'll see if it has one on there. If there's a.
Because I'll buy one right away.
Do you have one for mine? I have a Samsung Galaxy Prime.
Let me check, because maybe the Prime could connect up with the 6 or so. I don't know. I'd have to see. If different cases can fit. And then there's About Us real quick. This is also on our site. And then there's blog. I haven't put a ton of stuff in there. And and then there's a contact us. So it's not a huge store quite yet, but we're getting there. I'm going to add more t-shirts. I'm going to consolidate all these into one, and we're going to be adding more items as we go along. Then I might even make a general store like Doug was showing me, and sell some of my Speak Your Mind merchandise and sell more Entrepreneur Power Hour and maybe some Pay Me What I'm Worth t-shirts.
I was just going to say, now, are you going to add a Pay Me What I'm Worth reverse on this store to where it's Power Hour on one side and Pay Me What I'm Worth on the other?
I think I'm going to keep this strictly Power Hour and make a secondary store where it will have Pay Me What, and it will have like little...
Well, you know what we could do? We could have our entire class picture on all of the stuff.
Could.
All of our students that are in our... Hold on, Francis. We could have all of our students, like a picture like Marcia has of Team Seekers with everybody, and we could have their names on there, and then we'd be branding everybody, our whole team. That's a good idea. I think we're going to do that, Kareem. That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And like the Exactly blogs, I love reading your blogs, Kareem.
I'm the one. Yeah, I was writing some stuff in that exactly. But anyway, when you go ahead, you just add stuff to the cart, and then I hit continue, not check out. Let me move this. Check out, and then it would load slowly. Right now, I have checkout with PayPal. I'm gonna add. If you want me to, Fran, I could add Coinbase, and I could add different ways to pay, or just like Shopify payments and different things. So,
well, you can use Bitcoin now.
Yeah.
PayPal.
Yeah. So, and PayPal, I think you can use a credit. Can I use a credit card?
I know Payza. Payza, you can pay through Payza and use Bitcoin.
Okay, it won't let me log in because I'm logging in through the seller. I guess I can't buy my own stuff.
No, unless you gotta log out of your stuff, like.
But anyway, that's the basic thing right now. We have some PayPal stuff, and if you go on our FB on our Facebook, and if you go to our page, I feel like I've been making tutorial videos all day. You can see the different services we have, and right now Bruce was talking, and Micah, I don't know if you've been on ads.
I haven't seen the Facebook page.
I don't know.
And I didn't realize I was not on the Facebook page.
I'll send it to you. Don't worry, we'll hit you up, Fran. So here we have Blog Talk Radio interviews. I talked to Bruce and I talked to Micah, and they decided that, hey, we're good at interviewing, might as well charge for it. But just $10. I'm not gonna, gouge anybody. Life coaching is negotiable after we get our certifications through Pay Me What I'm Worth, and we have weekly masterminds. And by services, I mean eventually we might still have free versions of the masterminds, but there would be paid ones included too, different skills. And if you go here, the shop, you can see I integrated this into our Facebook thing, so you can share out like different things in it.
Oh wow! Cool.
So that's it.
I need that link because I have incorporated everybody that's been on the Power Hour, unless it's one that I have missed. I have incorporated a list in my Skype just for everybody on the Power Hour, and they need that link.
Okay. So what I'll do, a couple things, because I know, so let me set up Coinbase and Bitcoin payments, and let me make sure I did the shipping right, set up the shipping right. I'll get with Doug, and then I can give you the site now, and then you can test it out, make sure it works, and if it doesn't,
Okay, that works.
go back, because I'm a little bit new to Shopify. Shopify to me is the same idea as WordPress, except that instead of designing a website in the blog, you're designing a website
You're designing
form
a
of a
store
shop.
instead of a website. But yeah, your knowledge of how to use it, one switches and turns into the next.
But yeah, in the future I will be making.
Don't know how to implement it.
In the future, I will be making like "Speak Your Mind Now" T-shirts, "Pay Me What I'm Worth" T-shirts, maybe different like personal development T-shirts that I think are cool, and I might even make amazing affiliate reviews T-shirts. I guess that would be sort of a company.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff. But yeah, it wasn't hard to do, and that was teamwork too. Getting back to like how that happened, it was you saying you wanted a T-shirt, me saying, "Oh, an idea popped up." You know, I see potential here, but I don't know how to do it. So I looked at what Doug was doing. Doug showed me like 5-10 minutes of what he was doing. I'm like, oh, I could learn this. And then I sat down and I talked to Doug and said, what do you think? And what do you think about that? And for most of the things I was teaching myself, like some themes and how to set it all up.
But there were things you were doing that Doug needed help on.
Yeah, and there are things that he's teaching me too about like running Facebook ads and how to get like different things in motion to start selling and making sure your ROI,
Right,
stands for return on investments, that you're not like gouging yourself with Facebook groups, which I think I might just promote it on the Power Hour.
yeah,
But it comes down to sharing your knowledge and working together.
exactly. And you started the Power Hour out on a completely different venture, a different platform, and it didn't allow for growth for like pay me what I'm worth or somebody else's project for exactly. And the next thing I want to do in connection with all of this to tie all of it together is to introduce you to some of my contacts that are on TEs, traffic exchanges.
Yeah, sure. What's her name? Mike had a friend, Patty, who was like all about that. She was on the top leaderboard of a couple. So that would be interesting to see what they do, because that's actually an area, I'm not specialized in. And then teamwork aspect would have to come in. So you'd be like, how you doing this? How you surfing? Because for the most part, I haven't had a whole lot with traffic exchanges. And I know some people who do, so I'd like to learn it. And yeah. I know once I got a grasp on it.
A list of traffic exchanges, traffic exchange owners that would actually like to come on the Power Hour on a week that they were showcased. Just traffic exchanges. And I said, I'll let you know when that is, and we can put your name on the contact list and get you in for 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the time permitting.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's really what making connections is about, is they get a little sample of it and they want to come back to get the full course meal, just like at the Chinese restaurant. And then,
right.
Or at the restaurant where they have food on toothpicks and you're like, oh, I got to go get something to eat now. And that's to me the whole thing about the Power Hour. You give somebody a little something for free, and then you give a little bit of value for free. And you work with people and you make sure that people want to come back and get more value.
Well, you and Chris are great teasers. I'll have to say that.
Hmm.
You're great teasers, and you're both gentlemen that I look at as reputable and a team player.
Yeah.
That you always try to, and I say this in tandem here, that you and Chris are always people that give back before you take anything.
Yeah. Marty's here.
Pay it forward.
Marty's here, Kareem.
Marty Labrano.
Holy
There's
mackerel.
no way. Speaking
Holy wow.
wow, he's like, I'm coming back to the hey, you know, you never know. Marty.
Wow. He's
say
got to
something.
hook up his mic. He's got to hook up his mic.
That's fine.
Right on, Marty. Good to see you, buddy.
We'll have intermission.
Do, 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 do. Jeopardy. That show is awesome. I love that show. That's actually a game show that requires intelligence.
Yeah, I cheat because I get it twice.
I want to be on Steve Harvey's show. Just so I can
Yeah. Steve Harvey's awesome. What does he do? Let's Make a Deal? Or no, what's his show called?
Feud.
Oh, yeah, Family
Family
Feud.
Feud.
Right.
And now he's doing the pyramid. You know, the where they
$100,000 pyramid.
what?
The $100,000 pyramid.
Yeah, he's doing the $100,000 $1 million pyramid or something like that. It's a celebrity show.
Oh boy.
I get the Power Hour. I wish. I was going to say I get the Jeopardy. I get it twice a day on my TV because I have a TV that I can get different locations because I have pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll cheat sometimes that if I know I have friends coming over, I'll watch it like Friday afternoon, and then we'll have people over and they'll be watching Friday night. And I'll just turn it on and sit there and I'll pop off an answer. And they'll all look at me like, wow, you are super, super smart. And I said, no, I've cheated well.
Hey, maybe Fran will be on the next Jeopardy. She'll be like, you know, what is the capital city animal of Nicaragua in the second month? Like, she's like, oh, I know that.
The bearded dragon.
It's
Yes.
They're like, correct. You were $1 million. The one that kills me, the one I don't like is...
I would do all Bitcoins. I would go out, buy Bitcoins, and then I would sponsor the Power Hour.
That would be an interesting game show with Bitcoins. Like, which coin will go up? What do you think, Mr. Micah? Feathercoin will reach $1 million in 2013.
Actually, it's 2016 now.
Yeah, it is 2016.
2016?
Over 2017, maybe.
Marty,
Yeah,
how's that Mikey?
it's long ago.
Come on, guys.
Yay. Yes, I can hear you. Long time no see, bruh.
It's been a while, man.
We got Warrior Life leadership going on here.
You guys got Warrior Life leadership going on here?
Yeah, well, we're talking about teamwork, so that kind of goes into being warrior teammates.
This is cool, man. I like the new platform.
Yeah.
Zoom is much better.
It doesn't have that robotic. I'm like, Marty, so what do you think of teamwork? Well, it's good. I'm like, okay.
We get it.
We get complete thoughts in this platform now.
Yeah.
So
No
what-
robots allowed.
Marty, haven't seen you in forever.
I don't know how long it's been. I just not be out and about today.
Well, I'm glad you joined us. So
Me
what's
too.
going on your plate now?
My plate?
Yeah.
Just working, writing, freelancing, gardening, going out for hikes, walks, shopping, living it, living the life.
Cool.
Nice. He's an outdoor man. He's gonna be like with. He's like, here's how you plant this garden. Mike Rowe's gonna come over and hang out.
My first cantaloupe today, my first ripe cantaloupe.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I noticed. Now, where are you located? Marty, where are you from?
I keep unmiking, I keep unmuting my microphone because I don't want it to pick up any feedback from you guys. But I'm residing in Las Vegas right now. We've got a 120-degree heat wave coming, and I'm worried.
Oh,
That's brutal.
that's gross. That's too hot, man. Holy crap.
It's good swimming weather, man.
God,
Yeah.
yeah. You've got to put SPF 100 on your skin, though.
Yeah.
We're actually getting July 3rd here. It's going to be 38, and I am not looking forward to it at all. I will be in my house with the air conditioning on all day.
We get 90 today.
Glad it's a Sunday, too, because I don't work Sundays, which is nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, Marty, tonight we're talking about the importance and value of teamwork. What happens when one of the team members or a number of team members decides they're going to forego their responsibilities, whether that be paying for stuff or, doing a presentation or, whatever it is. One of our teacher for Pay Me What I'm Worth was actually supposed to be here tonight to discuss what happened with her when some of the class members decided they weren't going to pay their monthly fees. So what are some experiences you had with people like that, Marty?
Oh, dude, so many. Like, it's unfortunately, it's just a part of life that people won't live up to their expectations. They won't live up to their potential. I'm actually writing a piece about this right now, where it's more about communication in the workplace. But yeah, when it goes without saying that when the team works together, you can get exponential results, huge, wonderful results. Can I flip through one of my reference books real quick?
Yeah, man. Go for it.
Yeah.
You guys
Pull out Wikipedia.
No, man, John C. Maxwell, the Wikipedia of leadership.
He makes good coffee. No, I'm kidding.
Good coffee.
Let's see, page 377. There was a really good quote. It was so good I forgot it.
I like that quote. The quote is, "It's so good I don't know what it is." But it's good, guys.
Yeah, he actually wrote an entire book about leadership, and I read it last month.
Look it up.
Yeah, man, look it up. And I've got the
Using
book
them
right here.
Let's Google.
If you're talking about being a leader to, say, your office staff, and you're the office manager for a certain section of IBM or Apple or whoever, whatever office you're in, and your staff is just, you feel like they're just there to get a paycheck.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think that that's kind of dropping the ball? They're just there to get a paycheck. They're not really adding to the office atmosphere. They're not adding incentive to the office to be a quality control kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at it this way. You're asking about it. You asked if you're the leader, if you're in that position, and you're the one that is the leader of that team. Instead of looking at it and saying, they are the ones who's not contributing to the team. Yeah, instead of looking at it like that, we should ask ourselves, what kind of leader are we being that we are not inspiring them to contribute to the team? What have we done that we haven't given them the vision of our team, of our mission of the company?
That's awesome.
As a mission, yes, that's a good.
Huh. See, I was just reading now, Marty. I don't know if this is it, but this would tie into what we were just saying. It says, John C. Maxwell, if you are a leader, you should never forget that everyone needs encouragement. And everyone who receives it, young or old, successful or less than successful, unknown or famous, is changed by it.
That's true.
Yeah, man, absolutely true. John Maxwell said that we should treat everybody so that we make them feel like the most important and special person in the world. You know, that especially more so for us being leaders. You know, if we did that on a more regular basis, I don't think it would be so much of an issue that we would have employees or people in our team that would just, quote unquote, be there for a paycheck, you know?
Right.
People would be more active if everybody else is active, like, you know, that kind of stuff.
It would give them actual real motivation as opposed to just like, I gotta get up and go and get another paycheck. And so many people will talk to them and they're just like, hey, how's work? And they're like, it's a paycheck. Was that all that is?
Yeah, well, that's what you felt about it, too.
I mean, I understand people need to eat, but I also understand it'll kill you if you keep just doing something day in, day out that you have nothing in it for other than money. Because I've done it.
Yeah. I'm still looking for that quote.
It's like that. You go to work because you got to have a paycheck. You get up and you go to the same grind every day and through the same repetition today that you did yesterday, and tomorrow's a different day, but it's going to be the same old thing as today. You know, do you get up every morning and have the ambition that you want to face the day? And when I do an advertisement or an ad, I'm placing ads, I want to get the excitement that I want to put in that ad, the thought and the energy that I feel when I go to the Entrepreneur Power Hour. You know, that they'll want to come because they saw the ad and see the excitement, see what we have to share, and feel that they're welcome to participate. We want to hear what you've got to say.
Well, that's all that. If someone can come in and freely express themselves and come up with their ideas and express it, because so many places where I went to, if I speak my mind, there was some kind of a judgment behind, like, oh, well, you really shouldn't think that, or you really shouldn't say that, or this is the right way to do it. And after so long, I started saying, no. Who are you to sit there and tell me that if you're better or you know more? Because it comes down to a different perspective.
Well, do you even dare to disagree with somebody on a radio show? Or, you know, are they going to pull out a gun and find out where you live and come assassinate you because you don't agree to disagree?
I hope not. That would be a crazy. I'd be scared at the Power Hour. I'd be like, it's Cream's Power Hour. Don't shoot. You know, if you don't like our content, just don't kill me. I'll put in a disclaimer.
Yeah, you're free to disagree. We want to hear you're not judged on what you portray. You're just welcome to contribute.
And that's all that I ask of a team. That's all that I ask of Good Workers. Come in, contribute, give your whatever 2 cents, or listen even. You know, I'm not pulling anyone. Come in, listen, or contribute, put in your 2 cents, have fun, and then other people will have fun, and then they'll start wanting to pull a little bit in. And then you might meet someone that if you're a blogger, oh, they're good with video, or they're, vice versa, they're good with marketing. And suddenly you have a good discussion, new ideas to work with, and more friends to work with. And it's getting at the top of the hour, though, unfortunately. Does anybody have any closing thoughts?
Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody who showed up tonight, and I really hope that we were able to inspire you to stick to your commitments when you're building a team for a business or for a personal development course or whatever you happen to be doing, because it's about integrity. Without teamwork, you have nothing. And it takes people doing all different kinds of things within the team to make the team succeed. So.
All right, you heard it from the ESPN. Hey, they have pretty good teams on there.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, they gotta remember that ESPN. That was our little thing. We scored a goal. So I want to just thank Carly, Fran Richardson, Marty, who he finally came back. Yay! Come back more, bro.
Man.
We're gonna have to hunt him down, and I'll come and be like, I'll help you garden. I'll plant some, cabbages and stuff. You're like, get on, bro. I got your garden. I'll start watering it in 20-degree heat, which I don't know how. Maybe I'll have to dump a whole bucket. But I want to thank Bill Maybauer. He's always a trooper, always getting on. Sharon Cortizano.
Yep.
And definitely keep coming back. We're going to have some interesting content. And by the end of the year, I'd like to have that store with a bunch of items, and then I'd like to eventually make a store with books and an actual membership site, get that going and have actual content, info products and some software products, so people can come in and learn. They can also use the software. So that's my plan, and hope you enjoyed it. Keep your team strong, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
All right.